What's up guys, Shadow Wolf here, back with another stream, starting on Call of Cthulhu, which is a game I did play a long time ago when it first came out, but I have yet to go back to it, so everything is going to be completely new. If I do any mistakes or anything, it's completely a complete run through, so hopefully won't be too many mistakes. And we should be able to get through it pretty quickly. So this should be the first of probably what is going to be about 5 or 6 streams, touch wood, that we'll get through. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started with it. I can't turn the audio up, unfortunately. The audio is what the audio is, I'm afraid. I could try it this way, but I don't know if that's going to help. I think I've just turned the volume up for myself. I could turn the game audio down if that's easier for you. Anyway, we'll carry on and we'll see how far we get with this. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. We'll delete that because that's my original save, as I said. Played this a long time ago, so everything is going to be new. So it's Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency in Boston in 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. So I have a feeling this one's going to be quite a big one. So I think he might need to worry about more than losing his license at this rate. Just based upon the name of the game, of course. Enter Madness. Well, let's go. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft? Suffice to say, controversial views, but yeah, he knew how to write horror. What can we say? I mean, Cthulhu in itself has inspired a generation of horror-related stuff, so... So yeah, I completely forgot that this was a first-person game as well, so I know at least one person who is probably glad that I'm doing a Let's Play of it, because I know some people who aren't very fond of first-person video games, let's just say that. So crouch is B. Yeah, let's get into that. So A's action button. See, again, I had no idea. Counter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. No, that's crouch. Is it this one? Okay, so I have some bolt cutters and a lamp. Or a lantern, sorry. Yeah, Lovecraft, whilst his views were very much... I'm putting it mildly when I say very, very of his time. Let's just say that. His work is undoubtedly the thing that people remember him for. Unfortunately, they skip over the other bits. Okay. Stranger. I'm hearing voices in my head. think Randy Orton would be proud. Oh, I can run. I can run. I forgot that was the thing in this game.
Everything has already been written.
It's the Agent 47 Club.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I mean, he has no eyes. I mean, I guess he's just generic character number 1, so... I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything here, apart from be murdered.
I hate whiskey.
Yeah, you and me both, friend. You and me both.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Okay, so the doctors prescribed them when they returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now their effect has been wearing off. That's because you're taking them while you're drinking, so they're not gonna help, unfortunately. No, let's not. Let's go for a sober run, shall we?
Down something other than my nightmares.
Okay. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Well, Mr. Pierce, if you look at the title of the game that you're in, I think you'll find out who.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
It's like it's porn stash or something.
In a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot you can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Oh. No, I was enjoying that. Let's put that back on. Or not. Hello.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce? Private investigator
Oh. Apologies. It's disconnected me. I apologize for that.
Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
So, we have character points. I don't know if it's kept certain points in it because of certain things I did in the last save or anything like that. But, yeah. Let's have a look. So I think increasing occultism would be probably for the best, because I think he's going to need it. We'll get some medicine, just in case, you never know. So I have 2 available character points, and I'd say this one. Because it's the only one that I can actually do without any sort of additional things.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date.
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license.
Well, that and he's become a raging alcoholic who takes sleeping pills, so it's entirely up to you which one you want to believe.
Mr. Pierce, are you still...
And he's rude, apparently.
I'm coming.
So's Christmas.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Thank you for noticing.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
Both.
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes, everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Evil. Lots and lots and lots and lots of evil.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Thank you to Mutilated Ninja for raiding with a party at 9. Much appreciated.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So we can consult this. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. Hey, Mutilated Ninja. Thank you. Very much humbled by the raid. I appreciate it.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Okay, so a shipping label. Some of it unreadable. But I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they, nevertheless, insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon.
So,
I
Mr.
am
Pierce,
actually enjoying the game.
what do you make
I
of
have played it
these
before, but it was a long
elements?
time ago. This is unlocked, so we'll go with this.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Well, we've got the investigation skills, so we might as well use some of that.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I'd say we'll find out about that.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
She
I
was
never
a
knew
psycho.
what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must
Oh. I don't know why this keeps happening to me.
find
The
out
controller's
the truth
fully
about
charged.
her life and death.
Hello? Well, this is embarrassing. I apologize, guys.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet
Thanks for the
down.
follow, Mutilated
I'm on
Ninja.
your
I
side.
appreciate it.
Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death,
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
Thank you very much,
All
and
right.
thanks for
I'll
for the
take
raid.
case.
I'll follow back
I'll go to Darkwater.
shortly.
Into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce.
Have a good night.
I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic.
Have we
On
got some of
natural
this here?
sciences, linguistics. Darkwater is off the coast
Ah.
of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of those moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of a long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
I think we got some more diary things. All that remains is to leave for Darkwater. I'll certainly find something on Darkwater in my bookcase. I think the game's slightly behind, so I'll try and keep it up. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. So I think that's supposed to increase your medicine skill?
I used to be an avid reader.
Yeah.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
leave. So the chapter 2 is Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting on the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. So, I think this is really where the meat of the game is going to come into it anyway. Because at the moment, all we've seen is a small office, so... Let's hope this loads up, though. Yeah, if for any reason that the with the last stream we had Layers of Fear and it was quite dark for a lot of it, if you do need to for me to turn any of the brightness up or anything, just pop in the chat. I'll appreciate it and I'll get it turned up. Seems fine from what I can see, but we have only been in a light room, so. It's crazy how long the loading screen is on an Xbox One. X anyway, for that matter. Hi to Tori, who's Velvet Curse's Bengal cat. So it's always nice to have a feline viewer.
We're almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
So it does look very dark and dreary, so.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
I mean, I guess the name of it is
Well, thank you,
Darkwater.
Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
I'm trying not to speak too much, obviously, to let the scenes play out.
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you.
His
As
bar.
for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Why do you make that
Understood.
sound so sinister?
I'm going for a look around the docks.
I have paperwork for you. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low, they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circle the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Fitzroy advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. So basically, he's talking to an alcoholic about going and getting drinks, but he's not to know. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of the killer whale. I could have a look and see what the local cops have got to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he found on the Hawkinses in the archives of the Harbour Master's office. So let's go and get tanked. Apparently.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Totally normal. Totally normal. Not gonna find anything out of the ordinary here. Cute. Kick his ass. Kick his ass. Alright, don't.
Hey, be careful.
He's an asshole.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
So what are we going for here? Eloquence or respect? What would we like to? What would we like to try? Go for the tough approach or go for the softy approach? I'll make it a bit easier. We can go 1 for strength, 2 for eloquence. I mean, he did just kick his chair, so. I mean, I could just go completely normal, I suppose. I can't see what I've got more points in. Can I pause the game? Oh, I can. Can I do that? No, I can't find out. So we're going for... at the moment, we've got eloquence. Tell you what, we'll go for eloquence.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real prince.
Sorry, Paradise Sea. Your
You
answer
strut
came
around
through
with
too
your
late.
la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
Well, I could kick your
I'm here
ass.
for information, not
Apparently.
for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Let's find out about the place, shall we? Oh, the options. Oh, the options have changed. Yeah, go on. We'll try about
What
that.
can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Yeah,
Her
it's
vision.
true.
Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her
It's a point.
famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Psychopathic.
Yeah.
Did she have a
Well, it
tendency to
wasn't normal.
shout at the sea?
I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I like how the last two games that
I've
I've
got
played
what I
have
need.
both had something to do
Anything
with
else?
paintings in some way, shape, or form. It's almost like I'm going for art horror.
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
I like all the time that I'm having this conversation, we've got people having a fucking sea shanty in the background. It's interesting.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more.
So let's go and
Anything
investigate
else?
anyway. I'm not gonna have a drink.
That'll be all
We'll,
for
we'll,
now.
we'll remain sober. Clear mind for this kind of thing. I guess I'll go and speak to the lady in the corner who looks somewhat ominous.
What you looking at, stranger?
You bitch. I don't know.
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Alright. Unfriendly much. Can I join your sea shanty? Let me.
You like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
Well, I'll
It's a
leave you
local
to it.
legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Yeah, that doesn't sit
I
well
bid you
with me.
farewell.
So,
Good night, stranger.
So long.
see you crazy people who've probably eaten Cthulhu. What are you doing?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Sounds ominous.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Okay, so I'll read it out. It's the Chanty. 21st of May, 1847. Miraculous catch. The Skiller? Skiller returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Skiller, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed onto the docks to welcome the last whaling ship onto the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of formidable toothed whales, the cetacean? I don't know. I'm not very good with this whole word pronunciation thing. Is already being called the miraculous catch. Covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. Oh no. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting up his warehouse for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favourite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of the brave whalers, all of the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to the exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or your friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Okay. I mean, whatever ails you, I suppose.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
Who's Bradley?
My God. You said it.
Oh, hang on. Bradley must be the cop, because that was one of the things that was mentioned. Let's go and see what's going on over here.
Let the police do their work.
Nothing to see here.
Hey, Sullivan. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You don't put that beast
Okay,
back in the
so
water,
you were about
shysters,
as
you're
helpful
crazy.
as... I might as well just go and talk to this plank over here. Let's go and see.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. A Scylla.
It was
A
pronounced
finished-up
Scylla.
beached
Okay.
at the entrance to the harbor.
I know they called it Skylar, but that's my pronunciations for you, unfortunately.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. Can I just read through
I
your
wonder
stuff?
what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat. Who I'm safely assuming is the very angry woman who I might have pissed off back at the bar, but... Is this the thing? Oh, the second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Cool. Oh, let's view the character sheet. Okay, so I have a point and something. Tell you what, I'll wait until we've got more stuff, and then I'll, actually... Can I do something about this? No? Okay.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Okay. In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. I doubt Captain Fitzroy keeps a photo of somebody else who looks exactly like him in a drawer.
What a macabre souvenir.
For a private detective, this guy's kind of stupid. Not gonna lie. Where did you say these papers were? Out here? Oh. I walked past them about 4 times.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Not me. What? Oh. I was gonna say, for an old man with 2 legs, I thought you had 1 leg.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Well, it's unlocked.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
He's hiding something.
No,
He has to be hiding
it was
something.
none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Okay, so can I go?
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Do you know what? I could go with the unlocked answer, but I think I'll actually just go for the professional investigation answer.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
No, that's not. Do you have anything? Oh, hang on.
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
He just rifled through his drawers.
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything?
It's gotta
to
be
stop
the
her?
crazy woman
Don't
in
you
the bar.
worry about that.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Read it, actually.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah,
Why
yes,
don't you
I can
just
see
turn
the
around
one
and say you're a
talking about.
snooping little
Interesting
asshole?
resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
Oh, right.
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
No, I've seen it. And it's still
I shall
weird.
be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Alright. Hey, character point. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go to his diary. I learned nothing from Fitzroy's documents, but I did get confirmation on what I'd been suspecting since Boston. The warehouse mentioned on the shipping label of Sarah Hawkins' painting belongs to Hawkins. It's on the docks. I must find a way to get into it. I'm going to save up the skill points and everything. We'll try and find out something a little later on about what we can use. Oh, it's the boys. Yep, I see. Yeah, okay. Hey, friend. You're going to tell me where to go?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
I don't know who she is.
Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good.
I like how it's just like, go and speak to the person you've just spoken to.
I shall take my leave.
He'll tell you everything you need to know and more. Okay, so I know I have to get inside Warehouse 36, but I am going to go and see if I can speak to this woman who I'm assuming is Kat. Basically, due to the fact that so far she's the only woman in the game, apart from the one who went a bit mad.
She will do it again, you know.
What? Another break?
One of those damn...
I told you to beat it.
You are person.
I told you to beat it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. She's not interested yet. Ooh, what's this? Oh. I shall dance to the shanty. I mean, I couldn't imagine a guy just stood there doing that in the middle of a pub. He'd probably get thrown out very, very quickly. So, can I get through here? No? Ah. A way in, methinks. Find hidden items. The spot hidden skill allows you to detect hidden items in a close range. I wasn't finished reading that. What is this? Ooh. This lever activates a mechanism. I like how if you look at the green writing where it says lever, it's got like, I guess eldritch writing. Is that the correct terminology for it?
A handle. It must come from these old winches. It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
It sounds like a great way in. Haha. Well, where's this happening then? So there's got to be a way up, right? It's saying there's something else to find, but... Oh. This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
There's more stuff to find. What is going on? I like how it tells me that this thing's in here, but doesn't give me any idea as to where.
Vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Care not. I think there's probably hidden items, but they're up there, but getting there is going to be a problem. I think we'll have to go round. Potentially. I don't know. Is that a ladder? Oh. Well, check out the idiot.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Go on then. Can I do the thing. Alright, there's a piece missing. It's a problem with it, unfortunately, with the screen that I'm using. It makes the game a lot darker than it is. So I didn't even realize there was a ladder there until basically the little hand appeared. It's got to be somewhere else with something else I can see. That didn't even make any sense. I have found a piece. The cogwheel is part of the mechanism.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
I mean, can you just put the lighter away? I mean, while it's greatly appreciated, it's not needed at the moment. Oh, test strength.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
So you rolled a 1 then, I guess. I mean, I'm safely assuming this is based upon the,
Well, well.
Oh.
A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Do you know what? Let's Billy Big Bollocks, eh?
This muddy alley is yours? Good for you. I've got work to do.
I don't think that you've quite understood the situation. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
Let's not.
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Oh, right in the mush? Well, the nards?
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Have I died already? Nope, she just threw me
getting careless.
Somewhere.
I didn't see that coming.
See, I wasn't going to hit
If I want to get into
woman.
this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
Yes, I know it's the style of the time because, you know, this is in the what? Like 1920s? And it happened quite a lot, but no, I'm not doing it.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need. For
Which
them
guy's
to
nose?
hear
The one
us.
on the right or the one
What
on the
brings you
left?
to dark water?
Because one looks crooked as fuck and the other one looks like he's smelling coffee all the way on the other side of America.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on.
I like how it was
just a
who
minute.
is
He didn't
Cat,
tell you a
despite the
thing.
fact that he's just
Nothing at all.
met her and she'd need him in the plums. Let's go with that.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
So they're homeless, essentially.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Well, Mike, this guy's going to fit right in.
I've taken
isn't
enough
he?
of your time.
We'll see you later.
I'm sick of your shit.
You could tell me.
Sneaky,
No,
sneaky.
If he gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Okay. Can I crouch again, please? Like, basic rule of thumb, right? Video games, you're crouching, they can't see you, right? Hello? Well, I've got nowhere else to go, so...
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Yeah, everybody has... everyone's got quite big noses. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to go with the eloquence route again, just to see what happens, and hopefully the lie will come through.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Cat.
Wow, she's a woman.
It's risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay. You've convinced us.
And it's she who sent you? What do you want from us?
I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Cat.
Okay, it's a deal.
Bozos. You fell for it. Ha 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 ha. Although it's not really great to be standing in front of the two people you've just tricked, call them bozos, and then laugh in their faces.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm getting the sense, because I'm looking at the stream to the left.
I'll have to
Looks
find
as though
another
it's
way to get in.
very,
It's
very
no
dark.
use. The padlock won't give.
Let me know if you think I should turn the brightness up a little bit. As I said, happy to do so. So, that lock's not going to work. Is that ladder's broken. Find help to get you into the warehouse. Okay. Yeah, I know they can't hear me say it, but imagine if he stood there doing it. Once again, thanks for sticking with me on this one, guys. Technical issues at the beginning, but we're making it through. Where am I supposed to go? I don't understand. I can get help to get into the warehouse. I mean, you're not going to help me, really, are you? Can I climb that? Part of me thinks I should, but... I mean, you could just break the window and get in, I suppose. Let's just have a look around. I get a feeling I've missed something. Who are you? What do you want?
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff?
Nope.
Forget it.
Damn.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows.
Not being very
I wasn't
helpful in
on the
getting through
case.
this, are they?
They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Okay. It doesn't help me, though. I need to kind of get in.
Oh, yeah.
Can I go back this way? Maybe? Yep. Oh, okay. I mean, I know I broke it before, but maybe there's a way of getting it open again? Hmm. Nope. Yeah, I'm actually genuinely stumped. I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to go somewhere, but... Can you help? Nope, you're just somebody not to talk to.
Damnation. I broke it.
You're crap
It's no
at this.
use. The padlock won't give.
That's twice now he's tried to do that and failed both of them. What is this?
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
So go on then. This is aimed more specifically at one specific viewer who I know probably knows this answer, but what language is that written in? I called it Eldritch before, but I don't know if that's right. Is that the terminology for the language? Cthulhian? Yeah, it's me. I'm still back. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't understand. Is that a way through?
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Maybe I need to go and there's no specific name, but Cthulhu or Eldritch will do. There's a lot of Elder Gods have other languages as well. Okay. I'll call it Eldritch, because that sounds, I guess, more official and proper. There's bitch face here, because you need me in the nards.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'll be straight up.
I'm
Why not?
investigating the
She
deaths
seems
of
like
the
the
Hawkins
person
family.
to tell things to.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a
Eldritch
little
seems to
advice.
work better. Sounds
If
better.
you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me.
Oh dear.
And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
I mean, it can't be that bad. I mean, she asked me to like bump someone off, so go
Do
for
I
it.
have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
I probably
Nobody
wasn't
questions
supposed to
your
help
authority here.
her, but
I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
I feel like I'm falling behind. I'm trying to like walk with her, but it ain't happening.
Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Cops, they can't understand.
I mean, I will be honest. It's it's certainly an atmosphere.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, like that lie that truth that I told you. Yep, totally legit. Look at how we are friends. Hey, you could even say we're a couple. It's not canon, but go for it. I hate these walking sequences. I think I could just skip them if it would be so much easier. At the moment, I just feel like going. behind her, but let us not. I want to get into some of the action.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Stay with me.
Good. In that case, I'll
Don't,
leave you.
then.
I've done enough mothering for now.
And she's teleported to the other side of the world.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
I found that before I continue, I won't read every single diary thing out because we may actually be here for the whole 3 hours of the stream on the same level reading things out. So it's just basically, I think, just a rerun of what's gone on. But you know, it's up to you guys. I can do it if you want. If not, I can just carry on playing as normal. Anyway, there's a thing to do for now. Blinding light. So...
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Okay. What is this? Psychology.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Well, this looks interesting.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
I'm not finished. I have a feeling there's going to be more.
What happened here? These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death. It smells as bad as it looks.
So... I mean, it's obvious. Cultists, potentially? Occultists? Yeah. Wow, that light is very blinding. Okay, so I should have enough points to put something in. Something now. So I can put it in eloquence, which I feel is probably going to be better for everybody because I can actually like trick my way through. However, psychology seems to be something that's going to play a massive part moving forward. So we've got psychology or eloquence, essentially, or I can save up points and get something else. So we'll go back to the tried and trusted method. I'll type it in so everybody knows what we'll go. So it'll be psychology, to eloquence, and then 3. Save the CP. So there you go. 1, 2, or 3. Nice and easy. What do you think is going to help me moving forward, and what would you do as a player, as a gamer? Would you go for the psychology part of it? Would you go for the eloquence part of it, or would you save the CP and try and improve your strength or your spot hidden, or your investigation, actually, for that matter? I like how I've got 3 in investigation and I couldn't even open the fucking door. Twice I failed. Although I get a suspect feeling this is technically New Game Plus it because of the amount of points are in certain skills. So, one has 2 and one has 3. Okay. I don't know, to be honest. I have a third viewer. Are you going to dabble potentially? 1, 2, or 3? See, it sounds like this. I wish I had a dice. And I could roll it, and if it was an odd, I'd go for number 2, or... All skills will be needed, so I tend to collect then allocate if I'm not progressing as much as I'd like. Well, I would like to try and allocate them on the fly, kind of thing, like try and move them forward, because there's no point in saving all the CP and then being in a position where you've got to use it, and then you've got no skills. So, because then you're not going to make any sort of headway moving forward. I'm going to see if I can... see if I can pull... No, I was gonna say if I can see if I can pull something up, but there's no point. What I'll do then is, because it'll progress and move forward, I appreciate the point, Paradise T. I will try and save some more moving forward. I do think eloquence is going to be needed. If I can get 3 in each of the purple skills, that's great. If I can find some books and increase some of them, that would also be fantastic. But I am going to try and increase my eloquence, because I need to try and convince people. Stop disconnecting my controller. Yeah, I do want to validate it. Thank you very much. So yeah, I think it'll be better for everybody moving forward if we can trick people, convince people, etc., etc.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is
has
something to tell me about the Hawkins case.
Oh, come on. For the love of God. I don't know why it's happening. It just happens at the worst times.
Detective Pierce, I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Go on, let's team up.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
Sorry, I think I made the right decision there.
Would you please shut the door? Open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
Well, technically, he entered through the back passage.
God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far?
Maybe I should have hit her. Maybe I should have. Maybe just me being nice isn't going to get us very far at all.
You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
You see that ominous building that's on top of a cliff that's being surrounded by seagulls flying around and looks as though it could technically be a place of evil? Yeah, that's where we're going. Garden of the Hawkins mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of a recent occupation, as well as a partially charred painting, interrupted in his search by Officer Bradley. Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. So, he turned that around. He was going to get arrested for trespassing. What was it? Probably going to get arrested for murder, knowing him, but let's carry on. He has some weird ass scars on his cheeks. And he has a weird ass nose as well.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Doesn't look ominous whatsoever.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I'll go with the unlocked answer first. I feel like it'll lead to the next one after all,
managed
anyway.
to get something out of that bum, I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go.
So no wonder he went mad then,
And
in a way.
as you'll see.
Or
in a way, he's
unhinged.
still watching
Unhinged
over.
was the way that
Is
the
there
word that
anything else you
we
want to
use.
ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Investigation.
You're
why
the
not?
one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Yeah, go on. We'll go with
I
that
see
one.
no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look
That
at this
means we're going to
mansion,
end
or
up
do you have other
bugging the
questions?
shit out of him, doesn't it? I think I should be
I
wary
prefer
of.
to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee,
He should.
if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Yeah, let's
Night
go.
falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you. If only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
See, ever get the feeling that every horror game, in some way, shape, or form, or series, ends up with a mansion in some way, shape, or form? A mansion's scary? So I laid me down and slept. I awakened, for the Lord sustained me. Psalms 3:5. Okay.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to...
I don't understand why it's weird.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting?
Poor kid.
I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it. Even that broad Baker is above that. Lord, have
the flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
So that's obviously from the person who's actually still here. Is it Old Silas was his name? I'm sorry for interrupting your prayer, by the way. That's kind of like rude. But hey, this is a game of rude things, so... I guess I'm going on my own. Or not.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Sturdy and well sharpened.
So I guess I'm going through this direction then, right? Right, is that the general gist of it? It's weird because Lovecraft said it is. I have to admit, I didn't expect to be playing 2 first-person horror games in back-to-back. As I said, I forgot that this was first-person. I thought it was third-person for some reason. Okay. It's time to enter what is probably going to be the second most scary mansion that I've been in. Sorry, third.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Because, you know.
This entrance is still in use.
Oh. Cutscene. Okay.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk.
If it gives me the option, I'm punching him in the face. Didn't do it last time. I will do it this time.
Out on dark water.
Actually. Fuck it.
What do you think you're doing?
Well,
so talk. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident.
I tried.
But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
Well...
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If
Why
there's
did
nothing
you sign
else to
yourself
fear,
up for that?
you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Yep, let's go.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.